Today we're checking out these 1.5-inch Hubcentric Wheel Spacers, set of 4 for the 2007 to 2021 Tundras. If you want your wheels to be pushed out just a little bit, a touch wider for a more planted look, or a little more breathing room for wider tires or bigger brake packages, then these are the perfect amount of space, so they are definitely worth checking out. The key feature here is going to start with that true hub-centric fit. This spacer centers on the Tundra's hub, so the wheel sits dead on and runs smooth with no wobble or any shake down the road. Each spacer is exactly 1.5 inches thick, which means that is just enough size to push the wheels out for a tougher stance or help clear upper control arms and beefier calipers and ease light rubbing if you're getting some rub at full lock of the wheel. This is going to be a direct match for the bolt pattern on the Tundra with the pre-installed studs. So you can bolt the spacer to the hub and then your wheel to this spacer in a very clean and straightforward process. And if you stick with me, we're going to show you that install just here in a minute. When it comes to the construction on these spacers are CNC machined from 6061 T6 Billet Aluminum with very flat, true faces, so they're going to clamp tight to the hub and wheel. Heavy-duty press-in studs are used for strength, and the black finish helps fight against corrosion from rain and road salt down the road. Everything is cut to the right bore and the pattern for the Tundra specifically, so the fit is nice and tidy and the ride stays smooth even at highway speeds. As far as the pricing goes on this, it's coming in right in that mid $100 price range for a complete set of all 4. For hub-centric spacers with beefy studs and proper Tundra specific fit, this is a solid value if you want the stance and the clearance without springing for new wheels. When it comes to the install process, this is going to get rated a very light 2 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter, and you can get this job done in just 45 minutes of your time. Now let's head on out to the shop, and we're going to give you a detailed walkthrough of exactly how this install process goes.
All right, for this install, you're going to need a impact driver and a 19mm socket, and also not shown on the table here, a floor jack or any type of lift that will support your vehicle while you're doing this install. Today we're going to be installing wheel spacers on our Tundra. Let's get started. All right, now that we have our wheel removed, we're going to want to inspect for any rust or any buildups on here so we can install our wheel spacer. We're going to scrub that clean so we can get it nice and fitted on easily. All right, so that slides on right there, and we're going to take our lug nuts and put them on our original hub assembly. Sometimes the spacing in here might be a little bit tight. I like to take a socket and start it. This is a 19mm socket. All right, we're going to tighten these up. All right, and for these inner bolts, you're going to want to tighten and torque these down to your manufacturer specifications. All right, so then once we get these tightened on this side, we're going to repeat the same steps for the other sides. All right, once we have all that torqued down, we can then put our wheels back on and tighten your wheels down to the factory specifications, whatever they may be. All right, that wraps up our install of our 1.5-inch hub-centric wheel spacers for our 07 to 21 Tundra. Just remember, for everything Tundra related, keep it here at ExtremeTerrain.com.